So last year I was able to make $200,000 in my coaching business. And in my last video, I walk you through exactly the 5 steps that really help me move the needle and make that kind of money. And whenever we get to a goal, it's not always just one thing or 5 things that help you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly the 3 mantras, the 3 Alex Hormozi mantras that I really listened to, and I really internalized that and I applied in the business. And I can tell you, those were the things as well that with everything else that I implemented, that really helped me get to that kind of money and also double it this year, because we're on track to do that. So if you're feeling in a rut, if you are hitting just same income every single month, every single year, and can't seem to scale, if you feel like you are in the hamster wheel of doing all the things, trying all the things, and nothing is helping, then I really feel that these tips are going to help you, because that's exactly how I was feeling before I started implementing these Alex Hormozi tips. And you know what? I'm not going to lie that, when I first started listening to it, I was very skeptical. And the reason why is because I was listening to too many gurus, too many people, and there's some of the things that were like conflicting. But as skeptical as I was also really desperate, because my business was not growing and I needed to implement something. I needed to do something different. So I just decided, you know what? Let me just put faith in this guy. He seems like he knows what he's talking about. And if it doesn't work, at least I learned something. So I'm just saying this because I don't want you to listen to the tips and go, oh, that doesn't work. Oh, that's not going to do anything. Because I was there. I was feeling and telling myself the same thing. But then just give it a little faith, because I'm here as a testament that I was able to get to the goal that I wanted to achieve and also surpass that just by applying these tips. And yes, it is work. Yes, it's going to drive you a little crazy sometimes, but yes, it also gives you results. Okay, so let's go through those 3 top Alex Hormozi mantras. Mantra number 1, more, better, new. So I'm an entrepreneur, and unfortunately there's this syndrome that all entrepreneurs suffer from, which is the shiny object syndrome. I was obsessed with doing things, new things, trying different things, but different strategies over and over and over again. I would change things midway through, not finish some projects, try this, try that, all at the same time. And with Alex Hormozi, what he says about this mantra, the more, better, new, is that before you start even thinking about doing something new, double down on the thing that is working out, right? Do more of that. Once you do more of that to the point you can not do anymore, then do better. Once you do better, only when you exhaust the better, then you do the new. But there's a long stretch before doing more, better, new, right? So I really had to sit down and kind of look at, okay, the clients that I have now, where they came from, fantastic. So why don't I just forget about everything else and just focus on this one thing and double down on that, do more of it. When I kind of exhausted the more, then I transitioned to better. So for example, let me give you actually an example of what happened. My client acquisition process or funnels were mainly through either webinars that I was doing or outreach that I was doing, email outreach, and also LinkedIn. So those are my 3 main client acquisition methods that was working before I went through this process. Then I just looked at the one that I enjoyed to do the most and the ones that got me more clients. And the outreach were the ones that were actually working best for me. So I decided to double down on that. I kind of stopped everything else. I stopped doing the webinars. I stopped with the whole LinkedIn thing, and I just focused on outreach, email outreach to be specific. So that was basically my one focus. I did just more of that, just outreach, more. And then I exhausted that and I went into better. And that's where things got really interesting. Because I don't know if you kind of know this or felt this, but outreach or email outreach has a really bad connotation because people just spam people. What I decided to do, I had a different approach. And I had people actually, till this day, email me, thanking me for the emails that I send them, saying this is the best email outreach I've seen. Sorry, I don't need your services right now, but oh my God, when I need it, you're the person I'm going to go to. So I took something that I was kind of doing it and, getting some clients from it to actually mastering it. I can put here like different screenshots of people, testimonials, but, screenshots of people that answered my emails saying this is amazing. And to be honest, I'm in that phase. I have not developed the new thing because I'm just doing more of the thing that I double down on and I make it better. And once I'm making it better, I go back to doing more of the better, right? And that becomes a cycle. Then when I quote unquote exhaust it, which I don't think that is actually possible to do, maybe, I don't know, then I'm going to go into then the new thing. But as Alex Hormozi says, you can very well get to $1 million business just with one avatar, one offer, one problem. Okay, so the second Alex Hormozi mantra is focus on the product. Okay, and this is where people will get really sensitive and, trying to protect their ego because everyone goes, well, my product is really good. It's an amazing experience. But the thing is, if it was really good, you wouldn't be broke. You would be, selling out. So let's be honest, let's just focus on the product and make it amazing. And there's actually a passage where Alex Hormozi says, make the product as if the only way for you to get more clients is through referrals. So basically, how can you make this experience amazing? How can you make this product amazing? So much so that the person going through it, they have no other way to kind of release this experience and release this excitement just by telling other people. So make your product exceptional. And I listened to that a couple times and I was like, ugh, my product is amazing. But then I was like, okay, quiet the ego, listen for the lesson. Okay, let's go back and redo the product. And you know, it was amazing because now I was able to then reshuffle everything, redo the whole package, redo the whole program. And I have people, and I can show you the testimonials. People going through my program for 3 weeks, they're able to have double their money back. People that just with what a newsletter, the template that I showed them exactly how to do, they're able to make $3,000 just by one newsletter. And I can show you all the testimonials because those people got results, and guess what happened? They brought people as well from them. Now we're able to also get the same results, and that's kind of the flywheel effect. You know, we have new clients, they refer new clients, and the new referrals refer new clients, and that's just by having an amazing product. Now, before going to on to number 3, there's also books that I read during this time that really helped me as well elevate my business and get me to the $200,000 per year. So I'm going to link it here as well at the top or even in the description below. So go watch that video next because those 3 books were really, really fundamental for me. Okay, so Alex Hormozi mantra number 3 that helped me get to the $200,000 per year is the ignorance tax. So the ignorance tax is basically you paying by not knowing, right? If you don't know how to do something, you're going to pay for it. There's only 2 value in 2 ways of paying for things, either with your time or with your money. So if you want to expedite things, just really shorten that learning curve, pay someone that already has done it, has gone through it, so that you can just expedite it. Or if you don't want to do that because either maybe you don't have the financial means or maybe you just really want to be cheap and not do it, you're going to pay by time, right? You're going to try to do it yourself, you're going to make the mistakes, and then you're going to, you know, come back to the drawing board and maybe you're going to have it right this time. So basically also what he says is that it's costing you $1 million by not knowing how to make $1 million every single year. So you're losing that. So that's the ignorance tax. So basically I learned what I really went into was how can I shorten this learning curve? What are the skills that I'm lacking that I need to go out there and purchase that knowledge from someone so that I'm able to implement in my business and get me to where I want to go? So yes, I paid for countless of courses. I paid for group coaching programs, for masterminds. Some of them were up to $25,000. And I paid for it because I understood that I'm not making the money that I want because I don't have the skills. So let me pay someone so that I can learn the skills and make that kind of money. And the cool thing about it is that the skills that I learned, and this is also for you, the skills that I learned, they're not only good or there are no expiration dates on those skills. Like they're not only good for last year when I made the $200,000. Those are skills that I can take on for anything I'm applying this year at the business that I start. And yeah, so basically I really internalized and really understood that me not knowing, having that ignorance about something, I'm paying a tax on it and it's costing me money. Later on, I'm going to do a video as well on the skills that I was able to learn to really help me get to that kind of money per year. And if you want me to do that, make sure that you subscribe or even comment below to know if you really want that video, because the skills that you learn is the most valuable things that you take from your entrepreneurship. So I really highly recommend watching my next video on how I went from $0 to $200,000 per year, because I'll walk you through exactly the 5 things that I was able to implement that really helped me get to that number without burning myself out in the process. Okay, I'll see you there. Bye.